Welcome back. From 9/11 to the recent British terror bust, most of the terrorists we have faced have been Muslim extremists and of Arab descent. That's not an opinion, it is fact. The British are trying to figure out if it's time to start fighting terror with what many around the world consider a controversial tactic, profiling.
The tactic has been used in Israel for years, but it is considered politically incorrect here in the States, and Are we actually taking away a weapon in the war on terror by not doing this? Or is racial profiling an example of the government chipping away at our civil rights? Well, radio talk show host and Fox News contributor Mike Gallagher, that's the guy there on the left. Oh, wait a minute, he's not normally on the left. But he is on the screen today. Look out.
Move me, please. I got to be on the right.
Vinny, our director, will do something about it. And constitutional attorney, a guy you know very well here on Day Save, Michael Gross, is back with us. Hi, Michael. Good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
I tell you, the more people get scared, the more they say, well, profiling, I think it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it does take a lot of courage to be free. Land of the free, home of the brave. It's not just a coincidence. It's not just a matter of political correctness. Please, it's illegal, it's unconstitutional, unethical, immoral. It shouldn't be done. We do not, in this country, prejudge a person based upon their race, creed, color, country of national origin. And it's wrong to do so. In addition, it's not effective. It doesn't work. It actually perpetuates the problem. That is, it separates us.
Gallagher.
Ridiculous, Michael. Absolutely absurd. Let me give you some examples of how we profile today. There's an article in this morning's Orlando Sentinel. I have it here written by Stephen Alvarez, who's a U.S. military personnel. He says that the TSA has a policy of aggressively targeting military men and women in our nation's airports who are in uniform. He says it's happening in airports all over the country. So let me get this straight. You guys are okay with targeting uniformed members of the military and little old ladies in wheelchairs, but we're not allowed to profile Muslims?
Now, let's
That's
keep
ridiculous.
It straight. Certainly you can distinguish between what I said, which is what the law provides. Don't discriminate based upon race, creed, color, country of national origin.
Let's have a
what uniform you're
line.
wearing. What we want to do is look at behavior. We want to stop people who behave wrongly.
Michael, I think you missed on Mike Gallagher line there. What did you just say about the different lines?
It's time to have a Muslims checkpoint line in America's airports and have Muslims be scrutinized. You better believe it. It's time.
Of course, your prejudice, which means to prejudge, which is what you're doing when you say Muslims or any people of any faith should be treated unequally because of their faith. You're absolutely wrong. Most Arabs are not Muslims. Most Muslims are not Arabs. You don't even have your facts straight. Mr. Gallagher, how would you feel if we had a line for the Irish, which the English proposed during the IRA problems?
I don't like the fact that there would be a line for Muslims, but I also don't like that Muslim terrorist extremists are blowing up Americans. I don't like what they're doing to our people. And you know something? It's time we fight back.
Don't turn America into a tyrannical imperial country. The reason we want to be here is because we're a democracy and we don't prejudge.
Let's get some comments and questions from the audience. Go ahead.
Is it not that we try to do the things that are politically correct? Have we overstepped our bounds by staying in that politically correct column? And maybe if everybody else can step outside being politically correct, can't we?
No, this isn't just.
Amen. Of course we can.
I'm sorry, I thought I was asked the question. If you call it political correctness, what you're saying by that comment is that you think it's really just a matter of style. The Constitution, the right to be treated equally, everyone equally, not distinguished because of your race, creed, color, country, national origin.
Excuse me.
It's not just politically correct.
Let Mike Gallagher
it's the essence of a democracy.
Excuse me. El Al Airlines, the official state airline of Israel, has a policy. They scrutinize, and yes, Michael, they profile Arabs. Now, why do you think that El Al hasn't had hijacking in 30 years?
They don't have our Constitution. They don't have our protections, and they're at war. And what we're doing is separating the species based upon beliefs. Look, there was a time when we were told by our president.
We've got to let each other talk here. Mike, you've been talking. Gallagher, you talk too. Go ahead.
If we had that LL policy in place September 10th, Michael, we wouldn't have people like you defending the terrorists who are blowing up 3,000 Americans on September 11th.
Quick response and then to the audience.
The quick response was when our president, not the present one, told us, you have nothing to fear but fear itself. enough. And what you are doing, and this administration is doing, is instilling fear. Be brave.
Right.
Be
All right, let me get to
courageous.
questions.
Mike Gallagher, hold on.
Audience.
Question up here.
Go ahead.
Comment. I was just married and assumed the name of Collins, an Irish name, which he's been known for his rebellion in Ireland. Okay. The woman told me my name is on the suspect list. I can no longer use the self-service kiosk because I have an American name, Collins. So what do we call this?
And we call that judging people collective guilt because some terrorists were Muslims. All Muslims must be discriminated
We call
against.
it being
That's
careful.
prejudice.
We call it
used to
being
teach our
safe.
children not to be prejudiced, and now we are actually
prejudice.
persuading them to do just that.
Hold on.
Mike,
Listen,
we
let's
we
be-
don't have a
let's be
microphone
real
on me, so the
prejudiced.
audience can't hear you.
Many of us
We got
have.
mics all over the
Mike
place. We got
Gallagher,
3
Michael
mics.
Gross.
We got your mic. And we got to take a break.
Yeah.
And we're coming right back. Both of the mics are going to stay around. Hope you do too. Coming right back to Dayside.